Hey folks, welcome back to Real Estate Investing Unmasked. Today we're going to talk about one of the very easiest ways and a very cheap way to raise the value of your house and get you a lot more buyers into your doors. How do we do that? Photography. So it's amazing what one little camera can do. This one little camera can raise the number of people that come and see your home or the value on that house, the perceived value of your house, and it can bring in bigger offers than what you normally get. I want to show you while I look online some of the pictures that you can see it on some of the listings. Now I purposely picked an area that's really close to where I live, and I wanted to pick houses that had very small rooms. I know they have small rooms because the square footage is very tiny and they have 3, maybe even 4 bedrooms. But I want to show you how real estate photographer, if you hire the right one, instead of just having your real estate agent go in and take a couple of pictures with their cell phone, having a photographer that knows what they're doing when it comes to real estate photography can really enhance your pictures and bring in the clientele that you want. They'll bring in those higher prices and sell your house faster. So let's take a look. Okay guys, so I want to show you this house first. This is a city in Fullerton, California. Fullerton, California is part of Orange County, California, which is where a pretty good amount of money is for housing. Matter of fact, this one, as you can see, it's only a 3-bed, 2-bath house with only 1,482 square feet, so under 1,500 square feet. The lot is 6,250 square feet, which for those of you in the Midwest, that is puny. Out here in California, it's also pretty puny. Now I want you to take a look at this picture. Does this picture look enticing? Yeah, they do okay. They do an okay job. I can see what kind of driveway they have. It looks beautiful. And as I go through these pictures, let me see if I can just get the pictures bigger. There we go. As I go through these pictures, you can see they did a pretty good job. Now, this picture, as I'm looking at this house, one of the first things I see is that crack in the sidewalk. I don't know about you, but if I'm trying to sell my house, I'm not going to focus on the crack. And that's the first thing I see when I look at this picture. A professional photographer would have been able to hide that. And let me give you an example where they were able to hide it and still show the front of the house. Here's a side view of the driveway here with a gate, which just makes you feel comforting. Let me see, where is it? Right here. Here we go. In this picture, I want you to take a look at the sidewalk now. So the sidewalk, you see it's got that crack right there, but you can barely see it. It does not draw your eyes to it unless I point it out. This is a pretty good picture overall. You know, you see the front of the house, the colors look nice, the sky looks blue, the grass looks a little green, the trees look somewhat green. They totally could have touched up on the pictures here. You've got some red and some greens, which are complementary colors, and that could have helped out the homeowner bringing out those colors. So a color touch-up would have helped. Same thing here. You've got some pretty colors. You got your purple, you got your red, your crimson, you got your white accents. Some green. They could have touched this up a little bit and it would have made some wonders. Here's the red and the green. Same thing if they would have cropped this, cut out the sidewalk, not to hide it necessarily, but to take it out of your view whenever you're trying to look at the house. When you're buying the house, you're not buying the sidewalk. That's something the city has to deal with out here in California. But there's several things in this picture that I don't need to see. I can see the front yard. I don't need to see the neighbors so much. And so the focus with the red in the front, that's going to draw your attention. Red is a natural, is something that we're naturally drawn to color-wise. But if we keep going, they did a pretty good job standing back, taking a picture and showing, you know, from a back view. So this is an okay, you know, here it looks somewhat artistic because the way that they have their furniture in there is a little artistic. So we have some nice pictures. Let me show you the next one. Here's another house in Fullerton, about the same size. And they didn't do so hot on this one. Now this listing is listed in in February or in the middle of the summer, and yet you still have Christmas lights up. Okay, as a photographer, if you're a real estate agent or realtor, you're going to say, hey, if you want to sell that house, take those down. It's July, for goodness sakes. So that's that should have been taken down. The flag should have been fully unfurled. The car should have been out of the driveway. This is one where they did not coach. I can tell they did not coach the homeowners on this property at all. So as we go through, great, I get a good picture of the car. It's almost like they're trying to sell the car more so than the house, because here, what are we really seeing? We're seeing a crack in the driveway. We're seeing spots in the driveway. This is not going to help sell the house. This is a bad picture. Here we have a picture inside the house. Now I can see immediately it's a fixer-upper. I can see that the wood it looks like the cabinet's separated. The wood is dirty from people not cleaning it up. It looks like it's really tied in. You've got all kinds of dishes and stuff that are just packed everywhere. And if you look throughout this house, you can see all kinds of stuff. The stove doesn't look like it's been cleaned. It's still got food on top of it. It does not look inviting. And here we have a picture of the bedroom. Now, how many of you, when you're looking for a house, are going to want to see shoe boxes on the bed in the master bedroom, see blankets tossed over to the side, the sports paraphernalia on the bed, the Raiders? I mean, they may love the Raiders, but it probably would have been better to have this blanket on top to blanket it, to cover it, than to have all of this out wide in the open. They got drawers open. This is a realtor who didn't care about this listing. That's what I feel about it. Now, I don't mean to malign the people, but just looking at the pictures, it doesn't look like they took the time to show off their client's house compared to the first one. Now, I've shown you enough pictures of this. This one tells me I could probably come in here and offer a much lower price. That's how much pictures have value. Is if this is going to knock out a lot of the people that want to buy something that is turnkey. This is only going to drive in the people who want to fix homes. They have stuff all over the place. They've got Christmas boxes in the living room. This place is full of material. You can see they tried to vacuum, but they left the vacuum in the picture. Not a good idea. Here's another bedroom where they have stuff scattered about. They've got clothes all over, boxes everywhere. This is not a way to advertise your home. So let's skip over to one where they did a good job. Look at this picture. Now, this may not have been the sky that day. And I would venture to bet that they probably took that picture and put it in the background separately in post. So when it comes to photography for a house, this is the very first picture I see. I can see they touched up the green lawn to make it greener. They added some shading. If this is definitely not the sky, because the sun for this sky is down low, but here I see the shading is coming up from up and to the left. So you can tell that the sky is not matching the sky that was there that day. However, do you even notice that when you're looking at the pictures? No, not at all. It looks like they touched up the windows so you couldn't see a reflection of the houses across the street. They brought in the colors. Is that cheating? No, that's smart business. Here they took some pictures that were much closer. See, notice how the sky is much different? I promise you they didn't come in hours later or wait for the perfect sky to be able to take that picture. So they came in, they set up the pillows in just the right way, added some color. They made sure their plants looked great before they took their pictures. Looking inside the house, you can see across the street. See, their sky is still not like that. But look how clean this is. They fluffied their pillows. They cleaned everything up, put some life inside the pictures. It's amazing how much green with plants will liven up the house. So this goes along with staging, but the pictures are what bring people into the house to see it for themselves. So as you can see, this looks very clean. It looks pretty. They have comfortable, fluffy pillows, right? So it's inviting. You don't even look at the outside picture to see what's across the street, really. As you keep going down, you see pictures of the kitchen. They take it from the back in the corner of the room to make it look wider. They use wide angle lenses, you can tell in some of the pictures, but they also make this look lighter. The more light you put in the house, the more appealing it is, and the more likely somebody's going to say, wow, look at that. Here's another one. You can tell that is not the color in the house. This is lit. This is exposed a little bit more to give it a brighter feel. That's a professional photographer. Look, they have more greenery in the bathroom. Even if it's fake, it still pulls it out. Look, they got a little green in here. This is beautiful. Look, they took it from the back. They've got a picture from the backyard, but everything on the inside is accented with lighting. They have the lights on everywhere because more light brings your eyes in here and is appealing. And it's not just white. I saw a house that was monochromatic where everything was white and it was dull. But in here they've got some dark, they've got some of the charcoal gray, the periwinkle gray on the back, and it really brings in the color. Look at that, they even accented it there. But the photography is what makes a huge difference. Look, they have this mirror placed to add depth to the room, to add perspective to the room, to show off these beautiful doors. So they're accenting everything inside the house. Notice how everything outside the house is kind of like a nice 80s or 70s look where it kind of just puts it back there and separates it from what's inside the room. That is something that a real photographer, a professional photographer can do in post to make everything pull out in the picture when they're trying to sell the house. So this one did a really good job. So how much does it cost to get a real estate photographer? It doesn't cost a lot compared to how much you're going to be spending on, or how much people are going to spend on buying your house. it's really a drop in the bucket. So I picked two websites where I just found in Fullerton, California, and you can see kind of what they're showing you. Look, here's some before pictures. This is a regular picture. Regular Joe Schmo walks in, takes a picture, and see how it's much dimmer, it's darker in this room. But in the after picture, when they touch it up later in post, it's much lighter. They changed the light value in the picture. Even this one down here, it's very dark and dim, and nobody wants to go in there in that drab location. But in here, it's bright and airy and welcoming. Even the plants outside look like they're inviting. The greens have more green to them instead of yellows. Okay, this guy right here, Robertson Photography, another website I just found at random. Now, granted, these are $1 million homes he's taking pictures of, but look, when it's appropriate to have a darker picture, it's a darker picture. What is this? This is a theater room. So he brings out the wood, brings out the deep, dark greens on the side that are inviting. The leather looks like it's real leather. It's beautiful. And so they showcase it with different things. The photographer makes sure that whenever they're taking the pictures, it's going to be clean in that room. Even the outside pictures, they make sure they're taking pictures where it's lush, where it looks like you would want to be. So as you can see, when you're taking pictures, it's important that you really accentuate the things that you want your buyers to come in and say, wow, that's what I want in the home. Otherwise, you're going to end up with something like, let's see, was it this one? Yeah, this one, where I don't feel like going in that home as somebody who wants to buy a house to stay there forever. I feel like going in this house to fix it up, to sell it. And I can tell you that the prices, the real estate agent, as they come in there and take a look at these houses, that affects their judgment too. The real estate appraiser, same thing. So if I were selling this house as a realtor, representing these folks, I'd say take these pictures off the walls. Look, the pictures aren't even square. Take them all off the walls. Let's do a good cleaning throughout the house. Let's take all the junk that's really is junk and put it away. Or if you really like it, they're your treasures, then go put it in a storage container for a little bit and stage the house. So photography and staging. Now, again, how much does it cost? I didn't get to that. Here we go. Let's look at this photographer who's done a wonderful job. He's got here his pricing. There you go, $200 to start off. That gets you a drone picture, that gets you some interior and exterior photography. And he's got some other things down here. Virtual tours, $150. Twilight images, $50. So he can take your house just like that one I showed you and impose another picture behind it. Really make it beautiful. Teaser videos, property websites even, cinematography home tours. You could spend about $500, see here, $500, and you could get all of this stuff. And that is a very reasonable price to make your house pop. Do you think that your house price is going to go up more than $500 by getting a professional photographer? I certainly do. I would say you're probably going to get an extra 1 to 2% more in the value of your home just because you're going to have that many more buyers. And the more buyers you have, the more competition you have. And the more competition you have, the higher that price goes. So guys, I hope you really learned something from this. And go out, if you're selling a house, make sure you get a professional photographer, stage that home, and get the best realtor. I've got other videos you can take a look at. They'll be down here on the side next to me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, I just wanted to show off this workout clothing, athletic gear that I got from Go Athletics. The guy who owns the place is a friend of mine. I want you to go take a look at their shop and see if you can find something to help support the cause. Thanks guys for watching.